Hello and welcome to another episode of Competitive Multiplayer here on Heavy Metal Gaming with me versus my friend Richard H. At the end of the last episode, we sold all of our oats. Well, almost all. There was a little bit left in the combine. Between episodes, I drove the combine up here, sold the rest of the oats, and sold the combine, leaving the header sitting right there. We are going to take that money and get ourselves a combine upgrade. We're going for the 3640 in the 4x4 configuration. I like my Michelin tires. You guys know that. We're going to go for a cabine. Yeah, I don't need any of that. I don't know what some of these words mean. Oh, ew, no. Keep those. I don't know what this means. Is this changing something here? Nothing I can see. Alright. That's more of our money than I really wanted to spend, but it's a combine that I already confirmed works. Beautiful. I'll see you guys back at the farm. It is pissing down rain, so we can't harvest our corn right now. However, we have 3 lettuce pallets that are a decent price. Right up at Richard's sale point. So, we're going to run these up there. And when we get back, we will start seeding this field in with canola. What I would like to do, once we can actually harvest, is sell just enough corn, just enough to be able to afford to be able to afford the silo I want to buy, which is 20 grand. So we're about 7 grand short. We are, of course, going to make up part of that from straw. Our workers still going on the oat field, collecting up and selling as much straw as possible. John Deere 6010 series manual pipe. Interesting. That is frickin' cheap. Looks like Richard was also doing canola. I don't know what he's growing in his second field, but let's see, what do we get? I will take it. That's nearly half of what we needed. Alright, I'm going to head back to the farm, get set up, and I will see you guys on a time lapse as I do the seeding. Here and check on our friend in the... Actually, no, I'm not. Abort mission. Abort mission. Just gonna go check on our friend in the unloader vehicle there, but I need to go put a kiboshi on this nincompoop over here. It started over after the last unload. We need to abort mission. Because we need to get him over in the cornfield now. And I really wish I had remembered to fix that edge of my field there, because I had the mod for fixing that installed. Oops. Looks like Richard finally bought himself a second tractor. Wunderbar. I don't know what he's doing, but he's over there. Hi, Miss Sugar. Come say hi, Dad. Yeah, you're a good girl. So we need to grab our course from this thing. So we do the copy. We do the jump out. We jump in here. We do the paste. And we start at first waypoint. And we let it ride. And this guy. This guy. Not gonna do his thing, apparently. Or is he? Yeah. We'll just take over. Because we want to take over anyway. We're going to get him down a bit. %, 20, and we'll just call that good enough. Where do we need to take corn? Let's have a look. Corn. Farmer's market. Alright. We can do that. There's Richard. Looks like he's coming over to say hi. He's using the cheating tractor. How dare he? Shame. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know about that guy. All the cheating. And to show you what I mean, I believe it's a medium tractor. Oh, maybe it was only a small tractor. Yeah. Dual power. It's a 2-engine pulling tractor for only 6,100 that can go up to 570 horsepower. Shame on the mess. Cheater, anyway. We definitely discussed this a couple of recording sessions ago, and I made it very clear that we were not allowed to use that one. Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. It's alright. But that trailer fill level doesn't seem to be going. Oh, it is. Okay. It's just going down at the back. There we go. I do want to unload a bit more. A bit more. We'll go to 25-ish. We're not going to make it to 25. We'll call that good. So what we'll do is we'll kick this guy back into gear, and we can buy our silo. Hells to the yeah. Where are we? I'm all sorts of discombobulated. Eh, nice. Very, very nice. And of course, we will just smooth the ground out a bit. Sweet. We're actually going to zip right over here. Because we need to make entry and exit. Whoops. Let's get rid of that. Let's do it properly with shift. One more. HMG silo. Beautiful. And now we can just put that in our silo. Nice. Very nice. Just pull straight onto the field here. Turn this off, turn this on. And walk away. Looks like Richard must have sold his other tractor because it just popped up in the sale. Yeah. Case 70 series also. That's cool. Black Knight. That's the lowest horsepower option. No. Oh, that's just too bad. But we don't really need another tractor right now anyway. So, what we do need, our guy seems to be on it. Let's get the rest of the straw off the field. We also need to figure out what we want to plant next in the cornfield. So we've already got a field of canola. Um, Sorghum would be good. Soybeans we don't have enough time for, but we have a silo. So even though we'd be harvesting soybeans over here, we can stick them in the silo and rotate around. Oh yeah, yeah, buddy. I think we're gonna do soybeans again because they are a pretty good money crop. You know, so is sunflowers though, and I don't do sunflowers anywhere near as often as I should. Sunflowers, it is. Woo! Lag bubbles. Better get the old fertilizer going here. Oh boy. Two nearly empty bags. I just looked at the time though. I certainly do not want to start fertilizer or seeding this in. Well, I can't. I can't, can I? Because this is not a direct planter. Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Wrong menu. Planters. Don't see anything there, but what if I go planters here? No. Okay, so if I unhook a date though and grab my disc, I can start disking and do that job for the rest of this episode. Hmm. It becomes very clear to me that our guy with the forage wagon is a little behind the eight ball. Not quite getting the job done at a reasonable rate of speed. I do like this disc, though. We are close enough to the end of the day that thinking maybe we just call this one here and pick you guys back up in the next game day. When we are planting, planting some crops. Some, sunflowers, I believe is what I said. Alright, I guess on that note, I'd like to thank you all for watching. As always, I will see you on the next one.